Look, thank you all so much. That was just a really wonderful, wonderful introduction. I will correct one fact.
Okay.
It was. I wish it were true, but 13 million, not in gross profit, just revenues. Profit, that's coming soon. But
Still pretty good.
And it's actually absolutely true. I started out in 2003 with this dream of a business that is now HappyBaby. And when I initially began on this path, I really wasn't thinking about it in a global way at all. I was thinking that this is such a wonderful opportunity to create an enormously impactful brand that would be modern and warm and based on the mission of creating optimal nutrition for today's babies and children. And the dream was, if we can start them out on foods that taste and look and smell like real fresh food, then there's this great chance that they'll actually grow up to be children who appreciate and crave the taste and smell of real fresh food instead of, so many processed items. And when I really got into the market, I saw that, in our country, we start babies off on processed food, and then we wonder why a third of the children born today will get, adult onset diabetes before they're the age of 12, why 60% of children are obese and overweight, why ADD and ADHD are through the roof. And all the statistics, while they're so staggering, the truth is the solution is so simple. And it just dawned on me that this was such a great opportunity. And, and so that was my dream. I remember going to my professor at business school. I was at Columbia here in the great city of New York, and I said, I want to revolutionize the way babies are fed in this country. That's my idea. I want to make that happen. And, little did I know how difficult a task that truly was, but, I set my mind to it. And at that time, I realized, too, that, not only could we create a brand that was so meaningful, that would have impact in terms of children's health, we would support sustainable agriculture, because, of course, it's going to be organic. And then beyond that, I really wanted to make a difference. And my father is actually from Tanzania, and my mother's from Pakistan, and I was born in Canada, raised in Alabama, so I'm pretty global citizen. And my brother was, born in London, and we've traveled around the world. And my father grew up with dirt floors under his feet, and so did my mom. And he was a truck driver in the Mount Kilimanjaro region of Tanzania, and he has just their whole life bringing us to the States. They're sort of the consummate entrepreneur, I think, because they just set out to change their lives for us, and it's such a big risk, and they do it in order to just do something for their children, so selfless. And I've seen them do that their whole lives, and I think that growing up with that environment really helped me to kind of become the person that I am, and also realize that, it's not about making money, and there's just so many people in this world who aren't that lucky. And I've come to this place and have been just so ridiculously lucky to have this education and have the friends that I have, and have, I realized I wanted to give back. And so in building this business, for me, part of it was I want to create abundance, but I also want to give back. And so for every unit of anything that we sell, we work with an organization in Africa called Project Peanut Butter, and they actually help to feed a child for an entire day based on unit sales from our products. And that, to me, has been the most amazing part of this business, is that, initially you have an idea, and so many of you do, and so many of you support these businesses, and what's so beautiful is that people have ideas, and your ideas have so much power. And just by deciding we're going to integrate that into our business model, we've actually affected change in a global environment. And, for HappyBaby, I believe every baby in the world deserves to be a happy baby, and that's regardless whether you're poor or rich or what race you are or what religion, and it's become such an interesting thing. And in terms of our growth, yes, we launched Mother's Day 2006, so it's been pretty much exactly 5 years. It was May 14th, so I think today's the 16th or 17th. We did $116,000 in revenue that year. We launched 5 products in 5 stores in New York, Gourmet Garage and Fresh Direct, and then we started expanding. Today we're in over 10,000 stores. I think we're going to end up doing about $32 million in sales this year. We've grown so fast. In 2008, we did our first overseas sales. And I'm really proud to say that what I originally thought of as a local idea has gone global. So we're now selling in 15 countries. And export is actually our 8th largest customer, if you bundle it all together, which is really interesting. And, you know, I guess the dream has just adapted and changed to a global environment. And now what I see, what I initially thought is, well, we're going to set out to revolutionize the way babies are fed in this country. And, you know, and I'm pretty confident that that we're now doing that, but we're also doing it across the world. And, you know, I don't know if we're going to change the world with this business, but I'm 100% certain that we're feeding the young minds that can. So I want to thank you all very much for this award. It's really wonderful to be honored, and it's really, I have to say, New York City is the greatest city on earth, and I wouldn't change a thing about how our business has been started and the way that we can rely on such wonderful people and resources to help support our growth. Thank you so much.
For WWW Manhattan CCTV.